One of the things people are most confused by as Peter Safran and I took over DC is, what is part of the DCU? This is the world that Superman lives in. This is the world that Creature Commandos lives in. Up until this point, those are the only two things that are fully 100% canon. And the same thing is going to be true about Peacemaker Season 2. It's fully 100% canon in the DCU. But we did have to go back and change a few things from Season 1. Is Aquaman canon? We don't know.
Okay. You had everything under control. See, let me get out of here, Darius. Chillmonger time. Everything was under control. We know what Peacemaker Season 2 is going to be canon. I have to change some things about Peacemaker 1. I know what I'm doing. I'm competent. Is Aquaman canon? We don't know. Huh? It's been 2 years. I remember, I know and I understand how there could be uncertainty when you started. And during your January, Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, back in 2023, I get why you were very loose-lipped talking about the Blue Beetle Shazam, talking about, the Flash is going to reset everything. And I get that. That's fine. You're right. You didn't want to affect ticket sales or whatever your excuse would have been. Absolutely. Black Adam didn't get mentioned. Now, it's time to talk about the future, and it's time where we look at you for direction of what is worth remembering, what is worth revisiting. Is the Suicide Squad canon or not? You hit me with Darius. He hits us with, I don't know if Aquaman is canon. Did you hear him say that?
Is Aquaman canon? We don't know. No, but my guess, I don't think Aquaman's canon.
But at this point, because what you're starting to create as a new universe, it could become canon, right?
It's unlikely that Aquaman is a famous hero in the DCU as Superman in Peacemaker Season 2 is happening.
With more context of him talking, I think he's talking about the name, the character, the fictional character himself of Aquaman. I don't think he's specifically talking about Jason Momoa's Aquaman. I think he's talking about Aquaman's fame within the DCU. Now, when he says canon, that gets a little weird. I don't know what he means by canon. Does he mean like Aquaman's story minus Momoa being Aquaman from the DCEU being canon? I don't know. But I'm not about to play with James on Momoa being Aquaman being canon in the DCU.
Yeah.
That's unlikely.
Right.
But other than that, I really think everything in this episode, is canon.
I think this is canon should never be said by a show.
I don't know why he said that. Batman was rumored a while back to be Brandon. How do you say his name? Is it Brandon
Sklenar?
Sklenar. He is rumored to be the Batman in the DCU. This is not kind of. I guess you can still say it's new. It came out maybe about a month ago that they were talking about him in the role of Batman, and then there was another scooper that had put out. It was the Podcast Brothers. They said, I'm being told that, not Scooper, I don't even know I call them Scooper, just the Podcast Brothers. They have a podcast. I said, I'm being told that Brandon Sklenar is the next Batman. And a lot of people have been, like my time, kind of said something about it. Daniel RPK kind of said something about it. And then there's now evidence that he's been in the gym because this is the newest picture that he posted. He has publicly said he wants it. There was reports back when the rumor first started that him and James started following each other.
Oh, I don't care. That's confirmation, baby. He is Batman.
All that stuff, So we could be looking at our Brave and the Bold Batman.
A 35-year-old American actor, Brandon Sklenar. He was in the 1923 movie. This year he's in Drop. He was in It Ends With Us, the movie that had Ryan Reynolds' girl, Blake Lively, Gossip Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, we could be looking at our Batman.
He wrote, or WW Fit wrote, Training one of my best friends for his biggest role yet has been a effing blast. We pushed through the hard days and maximized the good.
He's Batman, bro.
And,
I mean, he's Batman. This is not a new rumor. This is a little over a month old. The whole James and him following each other was a little ways back as well. Again, he's publicly stated it. Someone on Reddit put out different bullet points of evidence that he's playing him. They posted this one that said May 2025 leak quickly taken down, indicated a costume fitting on Warner Brothers Burbank lot for a BS Batman suit, confirmed to be for the brave and the bold, rumored to be the classic suit, gray and black suit with short ears. Leaker predicted several other correct details on previous occasions and verified by mods, followed by James Gunn briefly, then quickly unfollowed. Yeah, so James unfollowed him. Well,
that's even more confirmation.
As well as a DC costume designer. Skellner's agency pulled him from 2 indie projects due to the scheduling conflicts for a large franchise deal. Is coming off the back of a star turn in 1923, the film that Professor's mentioning, and it is at the peak of his power, yet still relatively unknown to the public eye. Exactly the kind of unknown James wants. Timeline adds up marvelously if Batman is to appear in Clayface. Now you've got me interested in Clayface, if that is so. I've mentioned that. Lots of other smaller but very tangible signs. In my opinion, he's the best option I've seen out there in all the fan casting. Ritson is too bulky. I disagree. Eccles is too old. Jensen Ackles, and then Skellner looks like Bruce Wayne. And then they go on to say a few days later, I maintain the leaks are legitimate. Also, I get that people don't like the casting, but I ask you, when has any large majority of fans actually supported a new Batman post casting? Keaton, Bale, Pattinson, Affleck, all had petitions to remove them from the role, as well as general audience dissatisfaction from the fans. I get it that you're a fan. You might even be a really, really big fan, but it's still not your place to say who would suck in the role or whatever. You can judge once there, blah, 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 actually the judge, but actually blah, 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 blah. So yeah, those are the things right there. I didn't know he followed him and unfollowed him. I thought they were still following each other. So yeah, I think we're looking at our next Batman.
Old man move. Once you do the follow, you can't just unfollow and confirm what we're all saying about the follow. It's like the Coldplay concert. We would not have known if they would have just acted like a normal, regular old couple. We would have just said, all right, there it is. There's a couple. Maybe someone in the arena may have been at that workplace, maybe, but they could have even kept the secret. Look at this. Look at this man. From the jawline, from the nose down. That's Batman, bro.
And I like the fact that they're talking classic gray and blue bat suit. That I would like to see. We've never had that in live action, have we? Outside of West, did Adam West even do that, or was his the black one as well?
James wants to be different. James put the red under Ruse because Man of Steel didn't have red. He'll do it.
Yeah, I like that. I like the gray and blue suit.
I'm rooting for you, Brandon Sklenar. I'm down. He looks legit to me. Hey, 1 if you are in favor. Put a 1 in the chat if you're in favor. Put a 2 in the chat if you have reservations or you don't like it. 1.
I'm for it.
We have a 1. We have a 1. Grand Regent Thrag is the first and only guy not to like it because the rest of the world is behind him as that casting.
Chef didn't like it either.
Well, there's a little bit of a lag. Junior says 1. Good. It's not good. He can still suck, right? But it's just nice to know that everyone's behind something for once. Lawrence, you're undecided. That would be 2. That would be the number 2. Because you got reservations. Oh.
Yeah. He really may be the next Batman. I think it's a good idea to have him pop up in Clayface if he is, though. I don't, is that just as Bruce Wayne? I don't think you do that. I think you actually put him in the cape and cowl. Like, he's got to be